second here of another series of the day here. We've got Team Spirit up against Heroic. It's going to be an interesting series, right? Heroic, they're out. They're done, unfortunately for them. But Spirit, they desperately need these wins, right? If they want to try and solidify themselves a spot moving forward into the next group stage. So let's see how much of a challenge Heroic can give them. Because before this event, I think people would have expected Heroic. They should be quite a formidable opponent. It's just not been the case in a lot of their games, folks.
No, I mean, Purge showed a couple of those clips where they did have some kind of good recovery games. It just, maybe some like macro plays that end up going wrong, some little micro plays with itemization that just ended up going wrong. Teams just playing better and better as the tournament does go on. This will be an interesting one. It's both drafts very skirmish heavy. It's not too much overall like big team fight versus team fight. It's lots of small cooldowns to just constant skirmishes. I'm looking forward to this one. This looks really fun. And little thing to point out, it is going to be Chain Gang this time around from the Ember.
All right, we'll find the 3 bounty runes to start this one off.
And Malik playing the Centaur, this was a bit of an interesting pick for me, because it just felt like it was, I mean, maybe not like fully forced, but I know they were talking about on the panel how perhaps it's just because they wanted to have that good pairing with the Willow, but it did seem a bit like just kind of putting it out there. It's a good hero, but nothing in particular that he was looking to like reset with Stampede. But yeah, maybe just wanting that strong lane partner, looking for their comfort.
And on the other side of things, we've got Davai Lama on the Timber. So you like the Timber pick this game?
Yeah, I mean, when you see what's in the pool, what you're playing against right there, right? It's DK plus that Centaur. That good burst will be there, but he doesn't provide team fight from the offlane is what that means. They might be able to fight with Poshka here. One more hit. It's close. Not quite.
We'll see how they can do in the lane. How much Satanic can get against these two.
I can't let you have that.
Should be okay as long as he doesn't play near the trees, I think. As long as you don't eat like these Whirling Deaths with a bunch of trees on top of you lately. Nowadays, as this DK, you do a lot better in the matchup versus Timbersaw. And making sure that you don't get 2 stacks of Whirling Death is the other big thing. That's usually when they're able to find some type of kill threat. We'll see how the lanes ends up going. I do think Satanic should be pretty okay down here, though. But yeah, cool to see Devi playing his Timber again. It's one of his best, one of his most played, but it does mean that they don't have, I was saying, no team fight.
I think I'm going to slow start on the CS down bottom.
Yep.
Divine. Only the 2 so far in the first couple of waves.
They went for the kill immediately, but yeah, limited last hits. And speaking of the kill, they've hit 2. Schofield stepped up a bit too far. Who gets it first?
It's going to be Team Spirit.
And the Poshka doesn't even end up going down. Had the stick charges from the spam. Literally getting no CS Devi.
It's very slow farm.
Yeah, 2. He's not getting much of anything. I know DK does reduce your damage and everything with Breathe Fire and does, provide some problems.
Sure, but you just think with the nukes, right, you'd be getting a few
only
more.
3 is kind of criminal.
That's not great.
No. So yeah, Laurel, we've seen him do this matchup versus the Storm a lot. He likes to play it since he can play around the Flame Guard. And yeah, yesterday he did double impact. Today he's going for the Chain Gang, which is pretty interesting. Just wanting to have that extra bit of control, I guess, playing versus that Storm. Yeah, Malik's lane, the thing about the Centaur is it should be good, right? Since they do have that Willow plus Centaur, even though it's a blind kind of pick into the carry, he should have a good time in comparison to Devi, who's just, slowed down here at the start.
Did not catch you littering, bro.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if they can get some sort of catch on to Miposhka from Schofield, they can try and get Devi some kills in this lane. And Miposhka playing it smart with the position.
Yeah, he's just been playing far on the side. They both started with sticks, so they're constantly being fed these stacks from each Whirling Death usage. He does have level 2 Whirling now, so it is starting to rack up a bit more damage onto Satanic, and he is starting to secure more last hits, as they do have full resources.
Now this mid lane, pretty much dead even.
Dead even.
22 against the 19 and 2 bottom. They'll try and get him from Miposhka. A little bit too far beyond the tower. I can't dive that far quite yet.
He was ready though. He did bring that salve right before they made that go. Schofield has to be careful how far he steps up constantly down here. Whenever there's mana from Satanic to go for a stun, Schofield could also go down. See about we are looking for maybe an early water rune secure coming out here from Rue. So the cores just seem to be farming, the trading farm versus each other. The supports just want to start to look to secure the rune early on here. Laurel making his way top. Rue will stack the camp and they'll be able to secure it. Schofield.
Radiant's middle tower
The
is
level
under
3 on
attack.
Miposhka. He's got level 2 on the Acorn shot. He just has him.
I usually like my trees to myself.
Oh.
I'll make an exception.
Just kidding.
All right.
He had the Lotus. He's fine.
Get Sal sent out. Stick on the map.
That was just Miposhka, though, trading with him and pushing him out just by himself. That was very nice.
Satanic still just getting that little bit more than Davai Lama in the lane.
He did get the second Whirling Death stack. Does have to be a little bit more cautious now. Does hurt quite a bit when you do get those two. He'll be okay, though. Still farming pretty well. 24-4. Not bad by any means. Top, they can't slow down the Centaur. They can't go for the kill. 27-10 up on Malik. Double braces finished. 1300 HP. Laurel.
He's trying to steal some of the neutral camps away from Analog, but Analog gets the backup of Schofield. He's got enough
Very
control to
tanky.
chase this down. He's running low on the mana, Analog. He's trying to bottle up to throw around one more round of spells, but Lal will be able to keep his distance.
Too tanky with level 3 Flame Guard. Absorbs a ton of that magic damage. Malik, Parker, high-fiving each other. Both of them having fun, just farming versus each other.
And Parker
gets the
stepped up
connection.
pretty far for this.
There's some cogs, but he's inside.
Who stumped onto the two of them? Parker, he's surely
He's
going
down.
down. Yeah, the Shadow Realm hip will do it.
Baited.
Baited in by the high fives, indeed.
Nice play from Malik. Unable to get the push out, KJ. Unable to remove them from that, get beyond top of the Luna with the cogs there.
And Device still getting bullied back a bit.
He is still getting... I thought his CS was going to start get a bit better. But
still sort of lagging behind.
yeah, I guess because Schofield has just started to move around. He is left alone, so he is struggling a bit down there. But Rune will spot on top. Laurel will be able to grab that one. Malik can distance himself again. He's pretty safe up there, too, with all these stick charges. He'll pop them right now. But Laurel, with the SAMP damage, can look to make moves early on. Ton of damage he's going to be able to provide. It's scouted from a ward right now.
See where he wants to try and head.
DD Ember is terrifying early on.
For now, he's going to stick around the mid boss. Recruit wave gets shoved in. So
Radiant's
they've got to
middle
keep an eye on those
tower is
side
under
lanes. Potential reaction if Heroic try and make a play. Lul, he'll be there ready to answer it.
Yeah. I thought maybe he looks to make a move because it's usually like a haste rune or something that allows you to go to steal a rune, like steal the wisdom in particular, but I guess with the amp, he doesn't feel confident to do so because there's a storm in the line that can catch him. He's going to look to...
He's going to come for this.
He's
They've
going to protect
hit the
his.
scan, so they knew that someone was coming over to try and contest the wisdom rune.
And they'll get a free kill out of this and get their wisdom, it looks like. KJ can't quite get there. He can pass over the bottle to Rue as well, so he can get a refill, so it's very beneficial for Laurel to make that rotation.
Poshka's looking at bottom.
The catch.
The two of them have enough damage.
It's close. They got
They
him.
just straight up get him.
Miposhka, the 5-position
All
hoodwink.
right. I mean, it looked like there wasn't going to be enough. I think, you know, Devi probably thought there wasn't going to be enough as well. He still actually had some stick charges on the way down there and was turning to Timber Chain in aggressively, so may have had a chance to escape that.
Come on, Fight Raycat. Give me the damage. That's it. Who did more? The hoodwink did an absurd amount with those bounces. There we go. He actually ended up doing more than the DK. I mean, this is the second time we've seen Miposhka do this 5-position hoodwink, and the lane looks pretty good. Laurel will be okay. Yeah, huge kill. Devi, this is they tried to counterpick these tanky strength cores within the lane in particular. It's not doing much of anything. Satanic is at the top.
He's having a really slow start this time.
Yeah, it does mean that since you have gone for this pick, I'm going to reiterate, you don't have a big team fight that's going to be coming up from your offlaner. They're going to go for Satanic again. He's got the Chakram, but they've got Stampede to disengage.
He's out of that. And at the same time, up top, Heroic, they're seeing if they can maybe get Rue. Should have him with the three of them here. Unless he can do some crazy neutral deny, but that's not going to happen. They get the cogs to drag him back. They'll kill Rue.
KJ takes the last hit with the cog. Parker was trying to secure it with Beam, but unlucky.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And then, this is the other good thing actually about the Centaur. Even though they first two picked it, I thought we might see like the old school kind of counter thing versus it was the Mars that we'd see on a lot of times. Since they have this Timber in the offlane, the Stampede is actually very useful to disengage. There's going to be a clockwork hookshot cogs to stop in some situations, but being able to disengage versus Timber is going to be pretty nice.
Start the fire, and I'll fan the flames.
Level 6 on Miposhka's been hit. Devi,
Just
be careful.
Stupendous.
Laurel. 4v4 down here. They don't want to push forward.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I'm
under
trying to take the fight.
Laurel is very strong
I mean, he
right
changed the
now.
pushback onto the two of them. I mean, already once again with the Acorn Shop, and Poshka doing a lot of damage.
Very nice cogs. He actually just burned almost all of Laurel's mana pool. He has to go back and reset.
Killer.
Gonna still try and chase King Jungles. Maposhka quite able to get him with any further catch with the Bushwhack. So Heroic will manage to pull back out of this.
Yeah, Spirit they'll be pretty happy with that one, right? They get to just protect their tier 1, so Tanagi will just sit back, jungle, while they have Malik playing the lane top versus that Luna in a way, so cool plays through. Pulled into the cogs, but
They're ready to try and contest this power in spot as they're going to end up spawning top. They'll get the kill on towards Rue.
chain gang, Laurel.
The Hex. What other follow-up lockdown do they have? Not enough. Remnants at the ready, he's out. Laurel's going to be able to get up towards the top and get himself that regen room picked up.
Hoodwink Maposhka. Looks like this time he should go down.
Bushwhack's back up.
Bushwhack again. Is he really gonna live?
Chains as well. The Chakram will catch him though.
Laurel still got this regen running. Takes some damage so that it continues running, but Schofield now has the Hex. Do they have enough burst?
It's a lot. It's not quite enough though.
And he keeps the regen running. Pushing the limits of his hero. Defy. Missing the chain on the side
middle
versus
tower
the tree.
is under attack.
Oops.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
5-3. Things have kind of gotten pretty even across the board here.
Dire are scanning.
Malik is just monstrous. And definitely feel like there could be some damage issues in the game. Yes, they do have a Timber Saw to help, but Defy just keeps on getting picked. He just keeps on dying. This game is getting slowed down. Malik's is going to be an issue for him.
Can't really come down here, it seems, against these two. Poshka and Satanic will kill the Timber very easy at this stage.
Yeah, with the Sharpshooter online so early. This is so cool seeing Maposhka go for this like 5 hoodwink. I don't think we see anyone else doing it.
See it again here.
Very good. He was unbelievably low.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
Maposhka pretty much had him solo
It
as
looked
well.
like it, yeah. And to always have that break, of course, it's going to be pretty useful. Not incredible, but definitely useful. Level 6 now finally hit on the supports on the side of Heroic. See what they're going to be able to find with it, with Finger Online, with the Cog, with the hook shot. Maposhka is level 7. He's super high level. Rude not 6 yet on the Willow.
Who can they catch here, Heroic? Eyes on Rue. They'll get the setup. Oh, all right.
We have revenge.
If he had Shadow Realm up, that might have got a bit messy.
Oh!
Analog
Look
has
at
to use a
Spike.
lot of mana for
Maposhka.
that. Chains are there as well. Lal won't be able to dive in to look for the runes. Okay, Senna, no, he will. He goes back in. He'll get the pickup on the Arcane rune. They've got a lot of control onto Lal. Lal, he does die for jumping in to get the pickup on that.
He took a ton of burst between those cogs, as well as the damage from Defy. I'm surprised how fast he actually ended up going down. Very close to getting Analog. Very, very even game here.
It is a close start.
Analog now having that difference, of course, versus the Laurel Ember Spirit after a couple of these pickoffs. And Laurel is always going to have to watch out for this Lion. The control that can come out from him.
Yeah, we'll see how both carries can keep up with each other in farm. Because we've got the arm into Mask of Madness this game for Satan.
I saw Pure doing this for a good amount of time, and it looks really good. The speed that you're able to farm is absolutely insane. So we'll start to accelerate massively. I know Luna farms very fast.
This could keep him up at the same pace.
This absolutely can. And he's level 11, so he's got a little bit of XP advantage at the moment versus Parker. How the stack's looking, too. They've actually been clearing the stacks on the side of Heroic with the team. There's a gigantic stack on the side of Team Spirit for Satan. Gonna start getting some push going as well.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, very ready for a fight around mid-Team Spirit if Heroics turn up for the defense.
Malik has Blink already. This could catch them off guard. Blink and the Blade Mouse.
Yeah, Heroic don't want any part of this.
No.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I would say Spirit overall have just a bit more team fight in particular in majority of these head-on 5v5s that they do kick off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They'll give Rude the 6. He's got it done. They got their tower, and it's time to work on those stacks. Satanic, I believe there's a quad stack. Ancient, he can now clean up. He's a very fast double stack. Hard camp. He's got that level 12. Yeah, keeping that just that bit ahead of the Luna in particular so far. Yeah, I have concerns for Devi in particular in this game. Does feel like he's still going to be able to get burst down.
Try and get that axe to help out.
Yeah, that'll be pretty necessary just to stop all this high amount of burst damage that they do end up having. Because the Willow, even the Hoodwink, they do provide quite a lot versus a Timbersaw who's been struggling a little bit. That being said, though, also for Laurel, have some concerns because of the control that comes out from Lion for him, but he is close to his Mage Slayer, which will help. He actually does have it finished up. Catch.
Find the hook shot to the side. He's caught Miposhka there in the cogs. They get the finger burst. The Stampede's up. Miposhka tries to bounce away, but won't manage to do so successfully. He'll die to Davai Lama.
Can they get more?
Let's see if he can get the follow-up catch onto Rue. He'll get the slow with the Shakram. Sets up for the stun from Schofield. They burst through another. Double kill for Devi. Team Spirit, they try to fight back. They'll catch Analog in the combo, bursting through the storm. Can they get anything more here, Lal? Running into the 3 of them. He feels pretty strong, but the Eclipse is out as well as the stun.
Huge damage.
He dies. King Jungles won't get away though because Malik's back in with a 2-man Who Stomp and sets up for Satanic to start getting quite a bit of cleanup. He's got a triple kill so far. He's turning towards Davai Lama.
He might get a rampage.
The damage to take him out. Indeed, he's going to hope for more. If Malik can get the blink off in time, he will indeed.
Give
he's
him
going to be able to set this up.
Oh,
it's a 15-minute rampage here for Satanic.
He just freely attacked the entire fight.
You're getting it at 15 minutes in on the DK. Armlet Mask of Man is just running them down.
Look at the fight recap. He actually did more damage than the entire enemy team.
That's a crazy amount of damage to be doing as a carry at 16 minutes in.
They committed quite a lot to kill the 2 supports, and then after they use that Eclipse, you can see how much damage he's actually able to do. He's 15 now after that fight.
Yeah, that's
3-level advantage over the Luna.
Good luck against this Dragon Knight. You know, he gets a rampage like that. You got a lot of catching up to do.
They should be able to kill Malik here with the Timber. Schofield, though, might just go down in the meantime, and he will.
Devi's going to try and chase, but Satanic is here.
He does so much damage.
I mean, he just stands his ground and hits the Timber, and he kills him.
This DK is out of control. BKB done now, too.
Wow.
Crazy timings he's hitting. And for Luna in particular versus DK, not the easiest kind of core-to-core matchup when you are even a little bit behind. That armor is just going to be very innately tanky to get on top of you.
He's massive.
This
is kind of
farmed.
One of the most fun carry DKs you'll see. We've seen a lot of carry DKs.
He's got 700 GPM right now. Pretty crazy. Yeah, great team fight overall from them. Off the back of Malik's Blink, he's quickly able to get these massive kills just to put Satanic in this very comfortable spot. They can look to force another fight. They pretty much have every ulti at the ready again on the side of Spirit. Heroic, they've got everything ready, but it is starting to feel like, in particular, like for Analog and for the Timber, they're just, if they get caught in one stun, they're just dead.
Never refuse gold given.
Analog has 1,300 HP. Compare that to this, DK, 2,500 HP. Centaur, 2,500. Even the Ember in particular, with the Mage Slayer, a bit tankier than you'd expect. Team fight in particular for Heroic is going to have to be, it kind of feels like it has to be like these great pickoffs that the Lion's able to find initially before the fight with his Blink Dagger, because as it's getting now, team fights are just looking very complicated for them in the 5v5.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How are they going to tackle this Dragon Knight?
I don't know. I'm sure Parker's telling his team, just farm. Because that's usually what he says in these situations.
They're just avoiding any sort of confrontation right now.
Especially for him, I feel like he needs at least one. He needs 1 or 2 more items. It feels like.
They're going to try and dive in for Lal, but the Stampede's there and TPs are coming in. They're not getting this kill, and they'll lose some heroes for it. Schofield's core.
They'll be able to find support at the least. But it was because Miposhka put a base ward down. I don't know if they are going to be able to find. Okay, they will be able to find it. They did see him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Parker's getting some space. Not quite as much as Satanic, but he is starting to get a bit more since he's pushed out bottom wave with his Manta Illusions. And very interesting to see also, Parker, he is leveling up his passive. Or his W, sorry. So we've seen a lot of the games where they just go 4-0-4. Bit interesting to see that one. Because usually when we've seen people put points in it, it's because you're versus, what, like 4 melee heroes or something, where the collision is very useful. DK is kind of a fake melee. So it's just very interesting. You know, Parker, we mentioned him always doing very odd kind of stuff, or just different type of builds for most players.
Spirit. I mean, could they look for Roshan themselves?
Oh, they sure can. Yeah. Satanic is just so far. He has the full S and Y now, Owen. I feel like they can look to take any fight when he's got that. Maybe it tells him that he wants to wait for the level 18, but the Poshka, they might catch him. Oh, and this is a gem. This could be a pretty big pickoff.
All right, yeah, a couple of kills they managed to get against Poshka.
He just bought that, literally like seconds ago. Can they get themselves out of here? Schofield.
Satanic.
Brew is cutting him off, but he doesn't actually find Schofield.
Somebody's going to try for the TP, but
he makes it.
Ooh, that was close.
Ooh, Brew
close as he gets there.
Tried for the Bramble first, doesn't connect, and then he has to
There's still a lion hovering around with a gem.
They don't know he's here, though. Schofield being sneaky. He's got TP up soon again. But they are around the Roche, so they should be able to secure that one. They're smoked up. Looks like they're going to maybe potentially steal the Tormentor. Kind of a trade that they're going to go for here.
Schofield's sticking around it.
Dire are scanning.
Is there anything he's going to look to...
He's throwing flips even for it. They might just... KJ's going to die. Parker will live, but he might die to Miposhka. Oh my god.
That's not worth it. Yeah. I mean, you know, they're already out of the tournament. They're just trying some stuff. They're just trying some stuff.
Well, how much XP did Miposhka get? I'm waiting to see it. You saw the goal, but the XP is probably insane. He probably got like 2 full levels. It's still not popping up. Where is it? Stupid fight recap. Let me see it.
Oh, well, they got the shard. Yeah, they got a shard. Who got the shard? Who was it in the end? They got it for...
KJ. I mean, jetpack's good.
You guys got a jetpack to celebrate.
1800 XP from Miposhka. So yeah, pretty much 2 levels.
Yeah, definitely one of those don't try it at home moments.
You could see that they were kind of hesitant about it as well, too. They're like, uh-oh. And then he's like, wait, does Hookshot hit the Tormentor? It doesn't. Oh my goodness, we're dead. Miposhka, no. They get the Aegis as well. How do you touch Satanic? There's level 18.
Yeah, it's just crazy to be this far ahead of Parker's Luna this early on.
And Laurel now at this point also, he's got through that bit of a tough period that could have been there for him. He's got a BKB also. Feels like they're finding pretty much everything that they need in this game.
Yeah.
Heroic. Yes, you have a Luna that's farmed, but the other 2 cores have really fallen behind. And it's crazy because it's only like a 1k lead, but it feels way bigger for Spirit.
It really does. Most of that's just down to the difference in the carries.
Yeah.
At this stage, and just how much Satanic can do, whilst Parker's still very much in a moment where
and Parker
running around trying to find the farm. And here's your carry match. I'm sure he's a bit unfair, a bit outnumbered, but still, you're just seeing how quickly Satanic kills Parker at this point.
Yeah.
He got his purchase, right? Did spend up, managed to buy his BKB at least on Parker, but that's not going to do that much to help you getting destroyed by this dragon.
No, it'll make you survivable. You won't die to the stuns immediately, but your damage is going to be quite limited, yeah.
And I think, honestly, kind of seeing this as well kind of begs the question, well, why do you think, into the age of so many DK carries, we just didn't see this build more where you're getting this armlet into the Mask of Madness? Because it looks really good.
I don't know, honestly. At Wallachia, we talked about it a ton. We're like, where's the DK? Because we saw almost none of them. And the games it was picked, it actually didn't look... It ended up losing, if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted to see this here. I know Lacoste also, he was asking for it a ton. We wanted to see it more. Yeah. It farms so fast.
Yeah, Armlet Mask of Madness, it's fantastic. Without it as well, he, of course, wouldn't get the Rampage. It was perfect itemization. You're just getting... The Armlet, obviously, this crazy item in terms of value for how much damage it gives you. And then Mask of Madness, this crazy item in terms of value, the attack speed it gives you, and the sustained task bonus on top of that.
Satanic still got Aegis.
So he doesn't mind. He's just standing slapping into the clockwork. King Jungles will get away just in time, but Malik's in with a Hoostomp. He catches both the supports. He's in with the Hoostomp. Schofield tries to turn with a finger, but the blade mail's up. He kills himself. As he's gone, there'll be a fiber for King Jungles. They've got the route on towards Analog. I mean, this really is one of those games, as you said, where it was what, just a 1K gold difference, but it felt like 10 times that.
Yeah, it literally felt like a 10K
And we're seeing
lead.
that in practice here. It's just not even close.
He just stands inside versus 2 or 3 heroes and he's just beating on them.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now he's got the DK form active. Storm coming back up in 30, but that was his BKB using.
Llama
They
might
just have
just
no
be dead.
damage.
They might tap out of this one.
Yeah, this is looking pretty done and dusted.
They're losing the barracks here 24 minutes in. And there's seemingly nothing they can do to stop Satanic.
I mean, they attempted to go for this Timber to counter, right? These strength cores.
He's had a really slow start this game.
It just didn't do anything. It didn't threaten him in lane either. He ended up giving up some pretty massive kills as well. We saw Miposhka having a very early level 7. Parker.
They found him. He's got BKB ready to press. He'll pop it. Eclipse as well, but he just
melts.
Cannot stand toe-to-toe with this dragon. No, Satanic, he's eyeing up another rampage protection. He gets the double kill. See if he can get anything more. They're trying to kill Malik. And they will find him. Big burst actually there for Divide. Just comes swinging in. Gets a triple. I mean, could this be something? Can they deal with the dragon?
I don't think so. He pops the Mask of Madness, so he doesn't have the stun, but he just kills him anyway. Oh my god, and now Schofield.
No, could he, I mean, he's not going to get his rampage, surely, because Analog's still got mana.
Analog popped BKB to jump in, and he's like, oh, never mind, guys, we're not touching him.
Well, he'll do it on his own, Satanic. He doesn't need a team.
Yep, to the high ground.
Down the mid. There we go.
Truly a raid boss.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen a few games of Team Spirit, but with this sort of game and this sort of performance, I'm definitely seeing why a lot of people have been talking up Satanic as a carry, right?
Yeah.
It's these sort of games that he has that it's like, wow, okay. Can't get much better than this.
Very good performance for him. And it's not even like he's just hitting creeps. He shows up, which is the really cool thing to see.
A 16-minute rampage.
Yep.
You know?
Massive. It's the reason they tend to play these 4 Protect 1s for him, right? Definitely starting to see that. As Parker. I mean, they also play 4 Protect 1s for him. This one, not so much, but yeah, this game has just been pretty disastrous from quite early on.
It's been a rough one. And understandably a little bit, I mean, obviously with Heroic already out the tournament, they're probably already, as a team, feeling a little bit broken.
Sure.
And we're maybe just seeing that in the play here. It's a rough one.
Satanic, full Moon Shard, baby. Pretty hype.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But they gotta try to full 100 to 0 him.
The opening. Gonna attempt to. It's good burst. He's down to half HP. He's gonna get the BKB off, and now he's ready to start cleaning them up as this one is over. GG is called as Team Spirit take this first game 26 minutes in, and will continue to do their best here, trying to make sure that that top spot in the top half of the group is secured for them. What happens with this one? We're getting some fun final picks. We're getting the Bristle on one side, the Ricky coming out on the other. But I saw you doing a little bit of research, looking at some of these picks, it's particularly like the Bristleback. The stats aren't great for Parker, right?
Parker's played it once in official 6 months ago, lost. And he's played it 15 times total in pubs, 40% win rate. It does not feel like a Parker hero. I just look at, and that just does not feel like a Parker hero. But it's Bristleback, you press QW. You do lots of damage, eventually you go Ags. Maybe he won't go Ags. Maybe he'll just go full right-click build. Who knows? We'll have to see what Parker wants to do, and we'll see if it ends up working out, because they've gone for the Timber again, which did not have the best game for Divide. They wanted to try it again. And it does look like it's actually a harder, much harder Timber game this time around as well. So we'll see how that all ends up going down. Spirit, of course, wanting this win. They do the switch up also. Vru this time going to be playing that Hoodwink, paired up with the Sand King.
They want to chase him down.
I think the Goo, they can actually just get him. He's going to just...
the TP, though.
Smart. Nice play there from Rue. Does go all the way back to base, so didn't end up TPing to his tier 1. So we'll take him a little bit of time to get back to the lane. But
And how is sort of the game overall for these kind of last picks? You know, is this a good Bristol game? And on the other side, is this a good Ricky game?
I think Bristol can be played in a lot of games. So he actually got the courier
with the trick of the trade.
With the tricks. So very nicely done. Fantastic Ricky game. I think Bristol also can have pretty much every game be good for him too. So yeah, both last picks look like they do have merit. Schofield
used his stun, so he's got nothing to protect himself. It's first blood for Team Spirit. Miposhka to grab that.
You can't use the stun like that when you're playing versus a Tusk lane. It's suicide. I've seen this so many times. It's a stun to secure a range creep, and then bam, they just go on you instantly with the Blood Grenade tag team. But yeah, the Ricky in particular is going to be something really interesting. Steve Hannah was talking about it. The Shard. I feel like I'm going back to TI Finals where we had Quinn playing it. We asked for the Shard, and he ended up not buying it in that game, which was actually really interesting. They ended up losing that one, of course, but This game, definitely wanting to buy it versus the Omni Knight. But we'll see how his lane ends up going, because in the game that Quinn ended up picking it, he played it versus a Puck, which is a very nice matchup for Ricky. I'm not sure how this matchup overall is. First few levels, Analog's doing very well.
Might have the kill. He's got trick.
He actually got him. Yep.
I'd have done that one
Big,
for free.
yeah, underestimation there from Analog.
It's a lot of
Coming out from, in terms of how much he was expecting to take from Lal, but yeah, Lal just able to easily run him down with his abilities.
Didn't play for the CS, he just played for the kill.
Yeah.
Very cool. He tried to drag the wave to the side to make Analog miss some CS too, but didn't. Okay, cool. I know the melees tend to be very good versus the Invoker in particular, but I just wasn't sure overall for CSing, right? He gets the kill, but now overall for CSing, how's that going to look for him? As Invoker does get better and better as these levels come out. Divide having a very good start this time in terms of CS, though. Very glad to see that he doesn't skill reactive this time. Last time he did skill reactive instead of having chain plus Whirling. And he does go for the fasted too. He goes for the tree one this time rather than going for the extra chakra.
Posha stepping up. Not quite enough burst with these two though to threaten him yet. And yeah, Device having a good time, but saying to be Satanic. He's not really feeling too much pressure top.
And Laro's actually, because of that kill, he's going to have double Wraith.
Bottom.
Build the CS fine under tower. Bottom.
Rue, he might have this. He
got
does.
And Rue's got stick charges.
Now he's going to live Rue.
He might be able to turn too. He's got another bushwhack soon. Oh my goodness, tons of kills all over the place.
Yeah, man, Posh got up top, so able to kill off Schofield.
Courier also dies in the mid lane because Laurel was diving the tower to pressure Analog and ends up losing it while he grabs his Wraith Bands.
Spirit finding these early kills. Heroic yet to find themselves anything in return.
Malik's struggling a little bit on the CS department though. He doesn't have a TP. Parker gonna try to run him down with the goo. Not gonna be able to do so. Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes mostly on mid, of course. I wanted to see how it ends up going in CS.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for Lal to get a solo kill again now.
Yeah, he's just going to get his mana burn every single time. But the fact that he gets the kill, he's able to get these double Wraith Bands. Pretty cool. He's
very low, but he's the one charges and the Lotus at the ready.
Yeah, and Parker is also quite low.
I mean, if Rue gets the spells back up, they might just be able to kill him with a burst. Right, they get the connection. They're in under the tower, but the heal comes in.
The bounce back from Rue will finish him off, but Rue might just get walked down here from KJ. And he won't.
I pity you.
Very kill-heavy game. 7 already in these first 4 minutes. Malik struggling a lot on the CS department, so really wanting to just push forward for that kill.
Stun gets used top, so straight away they get aggressive. This is there to help out, but Davai Lama taking a lot
good burst
damage from these two. They're trying to chase him for Satanic, but the shards are out. Now the kill, and Schofield will survive. He's got the salve at the ready as well.
Satanic steps up. Ooh, he's okay though. Was close to him getting brought down. Night and day difference in this top lane for Devi. Very interesting. And he's playing versus a Luna lane too. Last time he was playing versus the DK lane, you could imagine that it could be a bit better, but this time, I think it's just because of his skill build and the fast, it's making him have a much better time.
Trying to chase Malik here, and to keeping it so that Malik is getting very little in terms of farm from this bottom lane.
Oh, Parker's gone for the Arcane Boots, the old way that we've seen the Bristleback played in a lot of situations. Sometimes we do now see the treads, since Arcanes did get nerfed, but I guess because he has the Omni Knight, it is very beneficial to have it too. And he's going to go Ags, so it's not going to be any type of... it's Parker, so I'm always ready for some type of crazy type of build, but he's just going to keep it standard.
Malik struggling to get near the wave.
Every time he steps up, he just gets hit from either a hammer, purity, plus a goo. He's going to have to catch back up off stacks. We've seen a lot of these Sankings just struggle inside lanes and then just really full catch back up. So we'll have to see if they look to start placing some wards there, or at least look to contest at some point early on. They're going to check the power runes here, Schofield. They will spawn up top. It's a haste. Analog. Careful.
They can go for Analog. They've got the shard trap. Lol, he's in with the damage. Bushwhack to control him.
Shard.
Analog's out.
Those were beautiful shards from Miposhka. Actually just stuck inside of them there. He did not respect the fact that the Tusk was checking the rune.
Parker's trying to dive a bit down bottom.
Okay.
The dust.
They get Malik.
Malik
Surrounded. Snowfield's here too.
He's got the backup of Root. Can Root do anything to help out? He cannot. Malik falls, continuing to really suffer on this bottom lane.
And Wisdom Rune's going to be up soon, so 20 seconds. Someone's got a TP to help or take the opposing one. We might just have a steal for steal. So they are setting up for him. Miposhka running to steal. Same thing with Laurel. Laurel's actually got a TP over. Maybe Miposhka's able to get it on his own.
Schofield's already bailing out.
Middle tower is under attack.
King Jungles is going to stick around.
Laurel gets it.
And Analog will be able to secure his own. It's going to look to turn and get the kill here with the help of Davite Lama and Schofield as they block up Miposhka. Tries to push them back with the shards, but the cold snap's there. As they'll let this one go to Analog.
1 for 1. All things right in the world.
That was, 'twas scarcely worth my notice.
5 to 7. As we said, very kill dominant game here. Parker having a very good farm, but same thing for Satanic. Both kind of neck and neck.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Interesting.
With this sort of start, Parker's going to be quite tough to rotate in towards. It's going to kind of come down to Lal getting that diffusal blade timing.
He's going to be pretty annoying too, right? They mentioned it, right? It is the Bristol versus the Riki that can be kind of funny. I don't think we get to see this very often. But you imagine the Riki's going to be looking for these backline targets. Yeah, he'll probably throw a Cloud, and if they can full commit to kill the Bristol, once he's got the shard to stop any type of heal stays, but that's going to take some time. And here come these stacks. Can they look to contest? It doesn't look like they can with their positioning.
Yeah, Team Spirit bringing in pretty much what the 4 members around this area just to stop any chance of Heroic heading here if they were thinking about it.
I mean, they placed the ward, so they see him doing it. So they'll be aware that the Sinking won't be playing in the lane, but they're actually making this heads-up move with 3 heroes to potentially punish Parker. Can't quite find it.
Hard to catch him. A lot of pressure on the top lane, Heroic.
Structures are fortified.
Fortification comes out, but Team Spirit, they won't be putting together any defense around there. They put their eyes on mid. Maybe Miposhka can get a catch with the shards.
Laurel gonna sneak forward.
Schofield's playing it safe.
Yeah.
The tier 1 might be a bit too much for them to dive.
This early game is looking much better than last time for Heroic.
Downlight having a much better opening into this game too on his Timber. After a pretty rough start in game 1.
And they're playing versus not a fully out of the meta hero too, but a Riki that we don't know its full potential. Yes, we see it on paper what you can do to be able to stop these omni potential things with the save, with the shard, and killing backline heroes and diffusal burning mana, but that's on paper.
Parker
steps up.
He's stepping up. He's got a lot of this time Satanic. He'll get blocked off on the attempted escape as Davite Lama and Analog are able to put an end to him. So, unlike the last game where sort of Satanic... that's a
Analog with the scan!
All right!
That was a scan stun strike!
It was. They didn't have anything else given the information there. Analog catching him, and it was bang on target as well. Beautiful shot.
What? That was incredible.
All right.
You do not see that very often at all. Rue also.
He's going to get Rue as well. I mean, this has ended up being a fantastic series of events here for Heroic.
That's completely delayed. That was so cool. Wow. And Parker, he ends up dying, but you see he's if he gets that repel onto him, it is insane how much he's able to just stand inside of.
And he'll have the Ags for the next fight.
Yeah, that's
it's going to be out there.
A lot more damage is going to be pumping out.
Not easy for Satanic to turn up and fight into. Not quite a different series, sort of situation than it was when he was on the last game on his DK. He turns up this time, he can absolutely die.
Yeah, and they're feeling very fragile, right? Even Malik, the whole lineup of Spirit is definitely starting to feel quite fragile, and they have quite a lot of burst damage on Heroic, and they are very tanky.
They are.
And that's the Axe. It's going to be done.
Yeah, for Spirit to sort of set the fights up in a way that's going to allow them to go on long enough to just have the damage and time and a chance to kill off Heroic's heroes. It's not going to be easy.
No, they have to prevent KJ from getting the repel off in particular. Like the Riki has to be the one to either silence him or they have to get a form of control if they're going to go for the full commit to try to kill Parker like that. If he gets that repel off, he's going to live.
Let's see what he can find here, but Schofield's got backup.
Off the mark.
Not quite able to get the stun off. The trick to trade's there, but the EMP burst the mana of Lal. He's got enough hit with one charge to jump out, but Davite Lama finds him. As this is going to make the game continuously very hard for the Riki, right? Lyle slipping behind at this point. You could become irrelevant pretty quickly as a mid-Riki if you start to have your game slowed down this early.
It's definitely one of those snowballing heroes. Rue also likely to drop. Satanic wants to come back in to look for something, but they don't have the numbers. 3 here from Heroic.
Yeah, Damai Llama. It feels like he's sort of having the game that he was dreaming about having in game 1 with the pickup at the Timber Store. I mean, you said it as well. This game doesn't look to be an easier one, but something about Damai Llama's play this time, he's making it look like it is.
Yeah, I just like that he went for this facet instead, to be completely honest. And 0 points in the reactive, he's just playing full-out aggression. It just looks much nicer. And I have worries for Laurel. Like we said, the Riki on paper has its merits, has its functions, but once you start falling behind versus tanky heroes,
it's so hard.
Yeah, it's a snowball hero.
Yeah. Just playing into this lineup from behind as a Riki seems pretty nightmarish.
Yep. And they're gonna, once you start getting ahead too, you start getting more money on the support, so you start being able to buy more wards and sentries to cover, dusts, etc. as well. So Heroic, night and day difference from that game before of how they've been able to set up versus the side of Spirit. And lots of kills here now. Still have not 2 kills per minute, but pretty close.
Let's see if they can keep it up. Lose some of their other games. They have had good showings at the beginning, but it slipped away from them.
Oh, it's Schofield. There's, diversion since you're playing versus Riki. He's gone for 4 staff. And we might even see, I could even see like Analog getting one himself too. We've seen people adapt when you're playing, you don't play versus much, but when you do play versus, you start to see 4-step bot even earlier than other situations. Usually line will want to have Blink first, but having this 4-step early on Schofield. Look for the Wisdom Steal on both sides again.
Schofield's here to at least protect Heroics.
He can get back up as well.
Yeah, it's coming in straight away. Oh, they get the jump onto Schofield. He will fall. Miposhka's able to let the Wisdom go for a TP out. They don't have anything to stop it, so Miposhka gets away with the play.
Nice play. Great charge from Miposhka. Looks like Rue. Look at the sacrifice.
Oh,
the neutral.
Okay. The Ancient's coming in clutch there.
KJ was able to take the opposing Wisdom room though, so 1-for-1 exchange. All right, Laurel, he's got Defusal done. So that's the first timing. See if he can start sniping some of these backline heroes. He's super squishy, though. 1,000 HP on this Riki. Next timing for him is, of course, Sacrifice.
Oh,
the neutral!
Okay. The Ancient's coming in clutch there.
KJ was able to take the opposing Wisdom room, though, so 1-for-1 exchange. All right, Laurel, he's got Defusal done. So that's the first timing. See if he can start sniping some of these backline heroes. He's super squishy, though. 1,000 HP on this Riki. Next timing for him is, of course, that Shard, which is going to be pretty huge versus the saves. But needs to get some type of kills to snowball, because this hero, you don't hit creeps. Not too much. Even with this Exterminator facet, you want to start looking for kills ASAP. You'll see Analog. He's got Satanic. They're on the Invoker.
Dire's courier
And they
has
got
been
him.
killed.
Oh, bit of a pause arena.
Toxic. Right after he kills him. Good move. That's perfect for Laurel to start to get him a bit caught back up. Appropriate for him to start to make those moves around, trying to get any type of pickoffs with this Defusal. And he can do so. If he finds even the Lion, too, he can definitely snipe him out. Schofield does have Seeds of Serenity, so a little bit tankier, but... And Malik, he's got the Blink.
He's got the. They can look to try and make a play. I mean, they're already able to do so. Catching out Analog, but dealing with Parker and Damai Llamas.
Yeah, they're going to be the issue.
It's going to be tough. Even if they get this jump on them, might be able to burn all their mana. It's stopping them from being able to walk out the fight and living. It's not going to be easy.
It's cool to see, though, that Malik wants to go for the Blink, because I've seen a lot of them just rush the Bloodstone in that off lane, but I think this one he's understanding that he wants to be able to access the points of the back lines to jump past the Bristle. And just gives them a real initiation tool rather than just a Riki initiating the fights, because they do lack initiation.
Well, he's got his eyes on mid. Analog playing very far underneath the tower. Lyle still might find the chance to set up. Jumping in for Lyle. They get the setup. TPs are coming in. The damage, is it going to be enough to bring him down? It certainly will.
And Laurel gets the last hit. Schofield gets the stun.
Control, does a finger at the ready, but wouldn't quite be enough burst. And Lyle, he's able to jump out.
Really good plays from Laurel, getting himself back into this game completely.
Parker,
Out of the Invoker.
he's swinging across from the side. Poshka, has he got any way to play out of this? He's got snowball up.
No.
But they'll find him.
He'll buy some time.
See if Schofield wants to save the finger or get himself another stack.
And another
Save
kill.
for now. And indeed over in the mid. Action being found. They can maybe look to try and push down
He's
here.
got the shard now.
Malik.
Miss Happy
Oh,
coming
he's hit
in.
with the jump onto Parker. That's a fair bit of damage, but not enough.
Quite. No. Guess they didn't have everything up at the ready just yet. Just some limited man.
Lar wants to go in now. Look at the sharpshooter.
Got the break, but not enough. Another stun.
Look at the jump over towards Schofield instead. Clips is out here. Schofield turns, gets the stun off, but he will fall.
Really nice moves from Spirit in these last few moments. Yeah, Shard now is also finished up for the Ricky, so got eyes on him to be able to prevent those repel saves in these next upcoming moments. Satanic, he had broken animation.
Radiant's middle tower
Gotta love
has
to see it.
fallen.
Just sliding around.
I love when these happen. I don't know why, they just crack me up. Yeah, so just glide to the bottom lane next. And Spirit smoked up, looking for, just constantly looking for action with this trio. It is a very potent trio to kill. Might be reading the move as well, too. They have the ward that sees KJ rotating from the left side. They're actually just going to bail out when they see these rotations coming in. I think they saw at least 2 heroes. What are these lines drawn?
Somebody's not happy.
I don't think, is that KJ? He's like,
I think it was KJ.
they're everywhere.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, massive though. Honestly, Laurel, after they were getting a bit of a deficit, there's like sentries all over the place, and he still was able to find 2 huge pickups on the Invoker, and then onto the Omni Knight afterwards, right after his Diffusal Bridge pickup, so keeps his momentum building.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You've got to be careful in your positioning here on KJ. It's gonna be a lot harder for this Omni Knight to have impact in these next few moments.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And fantastic vision from Spirit too. They just see where everybody on the side of Rogue
Radiant's
is.
top tower is falling.
Looking at Malik.
It's just 2 of them down here.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Another pause.
Interesting.
Some mic issues. Malik getting closer and closer to his Bloodstone. He got Vampire Fangs, so he got luck there, of course. Timber, BKB's done. He is still very durable.
Yeah,
they're just kind of
right.
they've been ignoring Devi a little bit now. So after he's had this really good start, they've been kind of just playing around him.
Yeah, BKB into the Ags. He's going to be the truly unkillable one this game. Arguably even harder to take down than Parker will be. Spirit, we'll see how they come to deal with these 2 heroes. They're going to be quite the challenge to take down. Farm's still very good for Satanic. Was really able to get his game back on track after that fight that he turned up to. They didn't go too hot for Spirit.
He can go Silver Edge this game on the Luna, though. It's a pretty good one.
Might need to.
Versus the Timber and versus the Brissa. In the Timber, you probably want to get
Now I feel
a Yule Scepter on somebody. The Nullifier is going to take a long time for you to have this Dispel versus the Reactive when he does get it eventually. So maybe a Yule's after that Bloodstone on the
More
sink.
drawings coming out on the minimap.
We'll see. Oh yeah, look at those. Are pretty.
Lost in the woods, are
That's
ya?
Parker.
Yep. What? Just an instant unpause. Didn't even say go? I didn't see it. All right, well, we were going.
But did they not? I guess they didn't.
Maybe I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
ready to go.
It's ready. Devi, BKB does get forced immediately. And they didn't really have to commit too much for it. It was just a bushwhack, so they could look for him again.
Yeah, I guess just worried about being burst with the sharpshooter. Getting caught. I mean, Lal, he's watching. I mean, can they try and punish the fact that this BKB is on cooldown?
They're bringing more.
There's a lot of backup for Heroic.
5 heroes from Heroic clustering. They'll see the ward in the mid lane. Satanic, how close to his BKB? Still not quite there. He probably wants that before he shows up for the next fight.
Feels like he maybe wants that and the Silver Edge really ideally before he turns up, because
yeah, he can chill back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
just sort of rely on the rest of the team to kind of hold the pressure off, try and slow down these pushes that Heroic are doing, but it's not easy. You know, Parker's able to hit this tier 2 bottom.
Bloodstone's done now too, so much tankier. And they're set up for Tormentor. Both sides are, but look where Malik is. Malik may be potentially ready to go for a contest.
Yeah.
He might be able to steal/kill some if he gets a good connection. Uh-oh.
It's going to be tempting. They kill it pretty quick here. He's got to make the jump soon. He won't be able to make it in time. Holds back. Obviously hard to do, but didn't have the vision around that area anyway, so would have been blind. But as you say, Team Spirit, at least on the other side of the map, they will be able to take a shard away from Heroic there.
Alacrity Bristol, tier 2. He's forced. All of Heroic in the area. How's Laurel's progression looking? He's got the Blade of Alacrity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Malik. Schofield trying to push him away from the tower. He will with the dust.
They're getting the space to do this. Fighting right now for Spirit is still not too appealing whilst they have Satanic just wanting to get the that next item done before he turns up.
You know, he commented how Parker doesn't have that many of the Bristol games, at least that we saw, right? He's actually the player that I've seen use Seeing Red the most already. I see a lot of people not using it that much. He used it, I think, 4 times or 5 times already, just beating on these towers. So. Roche, perhaps on the horizon here, too, for Heroic. They're set up around the bottom side. Spirit are going to be able to look to contest. They have the BKB on Titanic, but I don't know if they make it. It dies very quick.
Yeah, even if he gets up to the Twin Gate, I don't think he gets down there in time.
They're looking perhaps for just maybe a kill instead, but they're not going to find anyone here. Maybe they just don't expect it?
I guess so, with the direction that they've gone with the smoke. They're not heading anywhere close. Now they're starting to swing back over, but it's too late. As this Roshan will be Heroics.
Bloodstone finished up on Malik. They are smoking. Divide shows himself, but now they have no interest in
they're not going to want to take a fight now.
No.
I think still ideally, yes, Satanic doesn't want to fight until he has that silver edge on the BKB.
Getting good up. He's got a TP out. Or he's looking for the solo play on Parker? That's a bit crazy there.
That's not going to happen. He's got to go for the BKB TP out now. At the same time, down bottom. Kicking off the fight a little bit. King Jungle's going to look to bail out. He's going to stick around because the GA off. It's Lyle, and he's having to jump back to safety. Malik will find the target on towards Schofield with the Burrow Strike Epicenter. But the rest of Heroic, can they deal with it? Huge burst coming out from Davai Lama. Taking out Miposhka, nearly finding Lyle as well. They'll catch King Jungle's the Sunstrike
again!
He's done it again, Analog!
Wow. That was sick. Now they've got these 2 cores still playing on the bottom corner. Malik does have to back away.
Just fighting into the timber, it's just very messy. Davai Lama's cleaning up, and now he's got the full Aghanims coming out.
Yeah. And does anyone...
Oh, and Rue. Lucky that tornado missed him just by a slither. We'll see once again on the replay. Now they have to expend the Epicenter to just kill off Schofield.
Yeah, that maybe ends up being a little weird, right? Because there's 3 heroes clustered down below here that maybe if Malik goes for them, it could be a bit better for them, but either way.
And they get King Jungles, but bam. Yeah, these Sunstrikes, he don't miss. Analog.
Gem now picked up for Schofield. So looking to control the map, looking to know always where this Riki is. They're also playing versus the Sand King, of course, with the Sand Shroud, so that's going to be very valuable. And Malik is queuing up the Euls next, so is looking to have that answer, of course, versus that Timber. And it does feel like they need it. 7-0 and 2 this time around.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Feel we can play it out.
Just a question of whether Satanic's going to be able to carry this.
Yeah, I mean, he has a good position, too, with his net worth right now. He is getting closer and closer to silver.
Down bottom. Scofield's got the setup onto Malik. Malik, he's got Satanic turning up to help him. Misses the Burrow Strike. That allows Schofield to turn and get the stun into burst combo with the finger to find him.
And Satanic might just have to BKB out again.
I think he might have to.
He's trying to save it.
He's got to use it. He can't TP out, he can't run, he's got a BKB.
Maybe try to get a kill before the TP.
Nah, it's too dangerous. He has to leave.
2 times now, he's had to just BKB TP out. We'll have Shadowblade finished up. Find another pick off Malik, stun off the mark. Schofield able to turn it. Would have been a big kill if they find Schofield too and take the gem. So, Divide. Threatening Laurel. This is culminating into a pretty fun later stage of the game.
It's a
I mean,
very
big game
close
right now.
one.
We're pretty much dead even on net worth.
Yeah.
And it feels very even. You know, last one,
yes.
it was between that 1K,
It was kind of
but
similar
it did not
numbers.
feel even. This one, it does feel like there's just, good chances for both sides depending on how they can actually get these type of jumps. And now there's more 4 steps, so KJ has a way to bail himself out as well versus Laurel.
I think there's definitely going to be a bit of, you know, pressure building up on Heroic to try and close things up sooner than later, though, because the Luna
is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, and in the hands of Satanic, you know, he's been carrying some games pretty solidly. He's got the, just the Demon Edge short of the Silver Edge.
And he's not even going to have that like usual peak timing where it's 20 Conda. He'll have a little bit of a different one. So when that Conda comes out later, could be quite potent. So yeah, I would say Heroic. I would imagine that they want to
be doing
that
this.
tempo.
Hitting the base, hitting the high ground, speeding it up a bit.
Ooh, off the mark with the bushwhack and with the snipe. Rue?
So if they can get him the once, they can't. Parker keeping the Aegis safe.
Quite a few whiffs on the spells there.
Get some pressure onto the bottom lane. They've got the creep waves pushing in on the mid as well, so they can go over, take the tier 2.
Trying to get as much as they can out of this Aegis. They still have 45 seconds. Satanic is cutting the mid wave, sent his illusions there, and he is pushing top pretty hard.
Yeah, just maximizing farm.
Yep. He knows they don't want to come back for him too early, so he's trying to push as much as he can forward.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Divide now has Blink. I really like this build when you've got these like 3-4 core items. You can use your Blink to even use the Ags to detonate and do tons of damage.
Yep.
Really nice. And you can use the Blink, of course, when you have Reactive Armor to just blink freely always. So you're blocking
Radiant's
damage.
top tower is under attack.
That's a Silver Edge.
Okay.
We'll see now how much Satanic can do when he turns up.
Especially since Aegis is down. Laurel, he almost has his Ags finished. Let's see how these fights end up going. And he'll get switch neutral items, of course, since there are some pretty great ones at the 27-minute here. Paladin Sword in particular.
Schofield. Gets the setup. They've got the burst.
Instant grab.
They're able to delete
Malik's
Lar.
here, though.
Malik's able to jump in, get the setup on towards Schofield at the least, but Davai Lama, he's perfectly fine. He's got a BKB if he does feel threatened. In fact, he's toying around with the idea of going back in. Satanic's going to pop the Eclipse. They're trying to burst with Davai Lama.
KJ was here.
They're not even close. Davai Lama, he's still good to continue to play aggressive. Looks to get in onto Maposhka. He's got the snowball to get away to safety. Satanic trying to move back in, but he knows he's not strong enough right now to do it. This time, the Sunstrike, it will miss and won't get the connection onto Maposhka. And Davai Lama keeping his cool there, doesn't need to even pop the BKB as they make a pretty heavy effort to try and tackle him.
The Schofield sacrifice, well worth it. Jumps, he catches Laurel right before he finishes the Ag. I think he was like 100 gold away from having the Aghanims. And Lion, when he dies, it's not that bad. Back to hell and back. So now 90 seconds, he'll have debuff app. They find the Invoker.
Analog is able to get the pick up on the Wisdom Rune, but he will surely die for it. Uh-oh. So they get anything more. They get the Sharpshooter hit this time over the wards. Down by Llama, but he's fine, able to get the blink away. Team Spirit, if they get any further catch, they'll try and close the gap with the tricks of the trade. Satanic coming in from the side.
Looking.
They get the Burrow Strike to set up. He's in with the Silver Edge hit, but straight away Parker is ready to turn over the wards, and they get the Hex control on towards Malik. Malik just dies immediately. And now with the BKB up, Parker's ready to try and chase him for more. Satanic has to put the BKB and run. Jump back in from Maposhka. They want to try and keep this fight going, Team Spirit, but it's incredibly risky. Heroic, they're definitely stronger right now as Davai Lama's in with a blink over towards Rue. Satanic tries to turn back in with the Lucid Beam, but Maposhka, he bails out of it. They've got to run.
Satanic will be able to get away. Malik just gets deleted when he jumps in. He has to be way more careful.
Schofield, well, you know, is tempted to try and look for some crazy play. Yeah, it will cost him. Satanic walks back out, kills him very easily.
Bit too crazy. Hero's starting to respawn.
I mean, Lyle's still watching from the side, thinking about going back in on this if he finds an opportunity.
If he can find his support, but there's his sentries, this coverage, it's still there. And Defiant Shell pickup, by the way, from Parker. Seeing these neutral items now being grabbed. Schofield takes an Elven Tunic. Okay, don't see that too often on a line, but...
That's for me.
Still very close. The kills in particular, neck and neck. Maybe a slight advantage here still for Heroic, but time goes on. This Luna getting scarier and scarier.
If Satanic plays his cards right, he's got a chance of carrying this one, but it's very hard. It's not an easy one to deal with. You know, one more good push from Heroic, a good fight. They can claim the base pretty quickly.
Absolutely.
It really does rest very heavily on the shoulders of the Luna this game for Team Spirit.
The poke is going to start getting a lot stronger, though. He's very close. Well, not very close, but getting closer and closer to Conda.
Sure.
And these fights are a lot about just poking, trying to force these BKBs, as both sides are doing that. Devi has an Arcane Rune. This is a big one. And an amp damage on Parker. The two, in my opinion, best runes. So other people have different opinions. These are strong. And they almost have the AC as well on Parker, on top of afterwards finding that Defiant Shell. So incredibly tanky now. Versus even that physical damage.
Well, they could try hitting the high ground in the mid. I guess the side lanes are in a bit of a bad spot at the moment for Heroic. Spirit have managed to successfully push those both back out onto Heroic's half of the map.
Might look for a catch if Schofield can get a ward down. He does have a blink now finally on this Lion. It's probably the ideal way for them to try to go for a high ground push, to get one of these pickoffs.
Divine here to deal with the split push. He's just going to put the BKB.
Boom!
To try and kill Rue. And he'll get him.
Beyond godlike.
Yeah, having a phenomenal game this time.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Just needed, but because this game too, it's smooth sailing for Devi.
Leposhka getting pulled back in. Satanic looking for the setup onto Devi. He's gonna try for it.
Can't do it solo, can he?
He needs another disable.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not even close.
If he had the Conda, maybe. Just
I mean,
maybe.
even then, I don't know. I don't know if that's happening solo against this Timber.
Too tanky. He almost
I know that he's looking for some sort of setup.
I like that we see Satanic being that, he's bloodthirsty.
He's trying.
He tried for 2 solo kills.
He's got to try and sort of test these sort of plays because it really does rest on him to do something to be able to turn this game around. It's just so hard when you look at sort of the farm that he's up against. They're that close behind him.
And he's really starting to get these really big items.
Yeah.
Said Devi, there's that Hex. And the damage is mostly going to be having to come out of Satanic. For Laurel, difficulty for him to get access into the fights unless he has a target that he can just fully trick the trade inside of. So far, just not been the case. Now it's done. So Conda finished. Does Spirit want to look for a play? Since Roche is up, Heroic.
It's just going to die so quickly. Smoke will come out, but getting here in time. Looking unlikely, unless Heroic get kind of scared early on and be catching anyone there.
They will see that top wave just gets deleted, so they should be very well aware of the smoke positioning.
Both teams are kind of collapsing back in on the mid.
How's levels looking like? Satanic still has a level advantage over these cores, so he's still keeping himself in a good position. It's just, the Ricky.
Schofield. As the smoke dispels, they both kind of blink back. Reactively, Heroic, they know where Spirit are now.
Parker leading the charge. Devi, he is very in.
He's diving under the tier 4s, up towards the fountain. Well, they'll try and turn towards him. He is perfectly fine. Keeping his cool, getting healed up, making the space for Parker to keep the push going onto the barracks. Then turn towards Parker.
Tornado.
Put the BKB.
Malik's got the back. He's in instant Hex.
Let's see if he's got enough damage on his own. Lar's going to try and help out. They'll get the kill on the support, taking out Schofield. Bristol on the round 2, though. Schofield trying to jump in and get the stun set up. A Team Spirit backed off. Get the burst coming out from Davai Lama to take out Malik. Jump back in, Leposhka trying to finish off Devi, though. Do they have the break hit?
They got him.
Get it. Okay, it's a big one for Satanic. Slowly but surely picking up the kills in this fight.
More and more buybacks.
If they can set up for anything more to be found by their Luna. Satanic trying to close in over towards Parker. Low on the mana, Satanic. Not a lot to play with. Leposhka in with the jump. They get the sharpshooter in as well.
Parker's the pressure. It's about to be delivered.
Trying to step up.
He just got it.
Comes out. Schofield gets the stun off onto Satanic. Satanic can't close in time as he's out. Lyle to fall as well. Satanic will buy back.
They're all inning for this one. He's 25 now. Refresher was used there. Just got delivered from Parker. He used it to be able to fight there.
Parker's back in with the push, but Satanic.
Big beam.
So with the hit, the heals are there from King Jungles.
Satanic should have him.
He's got another. All right, Satanic. It did cost him the buyback over all this play.
but
doing
it's very
everything he
necessary.
can to try and keep this game alive for Spirit.
It's 80 seconds without the supports on the side of Heroic. They're going to have Laurel respawning in about 30. Can they look to punish more? Can they find anything else on the map is the question.
It feels like they have to try, because next time round, they won't have the luxury of Satanic having that buyback if he dies. So Heroic can still hit incredibly hard now. One mistake, and it will all be over.
There is always the X factor. It's almost finished, Owen. The Tusk Aghanims.
Oh, that's true.
3/4 of the way there.
Okay, we've seen plenty of a game get turned around off the back of a good kick.
That's the one thing I am looking at that is a bit scary there for Heroic if they don't notice it, because he literally hasn't shown that he's building it. So they have no idea how much gold he has. Because I was clicking around, I'm like, man, there's no Solar Crest buffs or anything or any of these auras to be able to help Satanic. But I guess they're just playing this style.
Just say still a
Parker just keeps, I mean, he does this a lot. He just spends out his gold. He buys bots too.
Radiant's top tower.
Bots too.
Bots too.
All right. Well, he feels clearly very comfortable with the state of the game.
Sure.
But indeed, if he dies,
It could just be, yeah, I mean, he's playing versus a lineup that can push very fast, but he's a risk taker. We know Parker. Good to survive with, right? He does have an Omni Knight behind him, double BKB. All in on the damage, Satanic, he says. Conda's not enough. Give me a Daedalus as well.
all right. Silver Edge Conda Daedalus, so this is a hard-hitting Luna.
I thought he might actually go for either a Rapier or the Butter there, but yeah, ends up just going straight damage for Daedalus rather than a risky Rapier. These beams will hurt. Laurel now having a bit of easier access into the back line too. He finally has a...
They're going to want to go sooner than later, Rogue. Again, just to sort of punish the fact that these buybacks are on cooldown for Spirit.
Playing in the ninja gear, cutting the creep waves, just trying to prolong to get their time for those buybacks.
I mean, they've been doing a good job of pushing the waves out this game, Spirit. And for all the lead that Heroics had, they've never been able to quite take the tier 2 top.
And he's got the gold, Owen. He's
go.
got the Ags gold, and not only just did he have that, he has the hide band. So he's got the cast.
The kick range.
Mm-hmm. Ninja gear plus hide band.
Yep, it's the kickbacks. It's too terrifying. Being out on the map in this sort of position after that sort of play's been made with luscious support like that. Back to the base he goes.
Miposhko back to setting up to cut creep waves to buy time. This is funny, but you can understand why he's doing it. Yeah, just wanting to buy time either for the respawn or for those buybacks.
I mean,
it's
if he can sort of farm the gold for buyback and have the money for the Aghanims on top of it, that's sort of the dream situation. Because if you catch him and kill him doing this, you're only going to see the point booster in his inventory, and when he buys back, you're not going to expect him to buy back and have an Aghanim. I mean, you wait for them to come to the base.
Yeah,
Heroic just or not, who cares?
Heroic might come to the base.
I mean, I feel like if you're Heroic, you should probably go for the Roshan, right?
They didn't see the Ags though. I don't know about that. But yes, I would imagine.
But there's no need for them to, I mean, whilst they want to kind of keep the pressure up and not sit back and try and make the most of these buybacks being on cooldown, they've got time to do that still within the scope of getting the Roshan and the Aegis first.
Absolutely. So yeah, in hindsight, you know, it's always hindsight's kind of thing. Having slots for that gem anymore. Gonna have to have somebody else who can be in the front lines carry it. Does Devi have space for it? They're lacking space for those. Who'd they end up giving the refresher shard to? Parker's just hanging on to it for now, I guess. I mean, he's got his own refresher, so probably wants to give that to someone else. But
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
No, who's he going to pass it over to?
I'm cool with either of the two cores. Both have so many activatable items, as we see Miposhko in his habitat. Laurel too, in his habitat, cutting the creep waves, buying time,
it's making
getting
it very
closer
hard
to
for them to
Nullifier.
push.
It is, and they're getting pretty big items out of this. Nullifier plus a kickback, that's the way to focus fire and just kill a target. Getting pretty close to them.
No, absolutely, yeah, but the damage of Satanic, they can kill any of them if they get the kickback
Yes,
on them.
absolutely.
Any of these heroes will die now if they get the kickback.
Okay, KJ does have at least a blink. I was pretty sure I did see him pick it up,
save.
so he can jump on and potentially go for save. But if they're under a Ricky Cloud, right? That's the other thing too. A kickback into a Ricky Cloud, there is no save.
Nice Schofield. He's going to finally be able to put a stop to Miposhka's gameplay.
You can only do it for so long, my friend.
But
Laurel,
he did do it for so long.
it was like 5 minutes of him doing
he
it.
got a lot out of this.
And Laurel can potentially go back to that area and do it there too. Tons of time being able to be bought. Amp damage does spawn bottom. That could be the thing that allows Heroic to go for that high ground. But they have 40 seconds, no Tusk. Laurel will cut the wave again bottom. And this time he does TP. Schofield not going to be able to hunt him this time.
Spent a bit of time searching the area, just in case he was hanging around. Worth a shot.
I might even consider like having a secondary gem on the side of Heroic. Just have one on Analog, have one on Schofield, and just look for these pesky guys cutting the creeps. Spirit, they're smoking up. Perhaps they know that Heroes did reset back to bottom tower, and they could look for someone if they show it. Device shows.
Got the jump in onto him. Was able to get the BKB off. Weren't quite able to burst through the timber. Parker. He's going for the push. He's going to put the BKB and commit to try and take down the Rex, but the fortification's there.
There's the
Poshka, he gets the kickback. The snowball across, but the BKB continues. Parker turns his back as the quill sprays hopping towards them.
Oh my goodness gracious!
There was a timber saw there.
The damage! They were both next to each other for the beam. The 25 plus 20 talent, they just get literally one shot. He just did 4,000 damage in a beam.
And Malik's going to see if he can try and catch more here on the retreat.
He just actually, there's 4,000 damage on him.
We'll be able to get a replay of that. Because you would not be wrong to believe that you didn't see a timber saw there. It just disappeared.
And they're just trying to get more kills out of it.
They might just rule the blink out in time.
They'll be able to reset.
Malik didn't get any catch, not quite. But they're going to look to go for the high ground now. At least force out the buyback from Davai.
The damage is just so explosive. You have to be so
They're going to get the kickback. Straight another kick jungles. That's the Omni Knight gone.
Miposhka.
Middle tower is under attack.
Agonim's Tusk. It really has allowed some games to really turn.
They're going to try.
Malik thinking about jumping this. Parker's tanky. I say that. He loses half his hit. Never mind. Never mind. He's not tanky at all.
Holy crap. Devi has to buy back. Analog.
And they're backing off for now. And Analog's got to be careful if the BKB comes to an end. They've lost Rue. Analog's going to get punched up, but Poshka's got the control. That's Analog gone. He does not have buyback. He's short the gold, 900 gold.
Oh, Spirit making magic happen with the Zags.
Yep.
And with Satanic just doing this absurd damage.
With this build, with this damage, nobody's tanky.
No.
Nobody's tanky.
It's almost one-shotting them. I mean, the way that this 20 plus 25 talent works is just insane.
Get the jump with the bow strike.
Don't get the kickback to get the stun.
They're trying to step up this time. Heroic might be able to punish this. The BKB's out from Parker. They look towards Malik. Malik gets the Bloodstone off. He's away. Maposhka will get left behind as he's not got any way out of this one. So this time Heroic are able to push back the push.
At good time, too, especially since they don't have that Invoker. It was a little bit scary for them for a second if they do get caught again.
I mean, I wonder if there's a little bit of temptation from Satanic being like, well, imagine how much damage this would do if I had a Rapier on top of it.
I don't think he needs.
He might not need.
I don't think he needs it, Owen.
You know,
he's doing so much deeps. And Aghanims is not bad by any means.
It looks like he's going to go for the Ags. He's sending out the courier as well, just to probably pick up the point booster.
I mean, the Ags does make it so your damage goes up by a significant amount, too, if you hit all the beams. It pretty much is a Rapier. What's 18 times 13? 8 times 3, 24.
Well, you can do that.
204? Whatever. Something like that.
I think it's 224.
224, I think you're right. Yeah, whoops.
That's not it.
I don't know. I'm not doing the math. Whatever. Who cares? It's almost a Rapier if he hits all the beams. If he does want to commit down it. 15 seconds. Tusk.
I mean, he's not going to wait. He wants to hold for buyback.
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. He
not
said that.
He's not doing it. No, he's
got 3 pieces.
He's not going to spend out his buyback. There's no way. Not at this point in this sort of game. It's getting crazy.
Devi, remember, he used his buyback, and I'm seeing Analog still not having it either. They're sneaking over here for Schofield. They know he's in this tree.
Oh.
Static cap.
He's got blink in a second.
No way he gets out of this.
He gets out of this.
He's got a Shadow Blade too.
It's not worth chasing him anymore.
They got the dust on him.
Oh,
they don't see him.
Oh, he's into the trees though. The vision's not there.
Schofield. That's pretty huge. He's like, what, 3 heroes? Or information of 3 heroes?
I mean, Parker,
he's drawn instantly.
He's going to want to just start hitting the base. But the TP's back. TP back's already coming in.
Aghanims is bought.
Yeah, he's got buyback on top of it, so he's fine.
Parker has 8K or 7,300 gold, has a full Abyssal for the lockdown. Devi, though, as we said, does not have buyback. Analog should. The banner's down.
Hey, Parker's going to try for the push. And this time, we'll get away with it. He'll get the melee racks. Well, will he get out?
Can he get out?
There's the burst strike coming in. Satanic stepping up with the damage. They'll be able to force him back. He's able to put the BKB. He's trying to get back in there, but he gets kicked back into the midst of it. He'll put the refresher for a second round here with the Bloodstone and the BKB, and it's working out. Parker surviving, but now Satanic's ready to go for round 2. The Lucifer Beam comes crashing in. That's Parker out. They've had to use the buybacks here, Spirit, but they're once again managing to push back Heroic, and as long as Satanic can play his position correctly, get these hits in, can still take out these targets despite how much of the buffs and the saves are coming out for the team.
This truly feels like the definition of OS Frog versus OS Frog. 2 heroes just running in and just almost one-shotting people. It's pretty insane. Goodness gracious, Satanic.
2 buybacks though.
It did cost them
from
that.
Spirit on that hold.
They do have 60 seconds though, where there is no Parker.
Satanic seeing if he can get a bit of a catch maybe as he pushes out on the bottom. 30 seconds until we'll see when Roshan's back up.
Miposhka is looking to get some vision up too. He's got this ninja gear to sneak around.
With the way that the game is going, the next Roche, there might be potential for Spirit to take it themselves.
I think either one is going to look to contest for sure. Analog does find himself a timeless relic. He hadn't chosen a neutral item still. Okay, that was a bit surprising. 50 minutes in. A very good one for the Invoker. But finally claim this tier 2.
It's gone.
I can't believe there's still another tier 2 top. That's actually surprising.
They've had that tier 2 top the whole game. Again, it was just the creep
Miposhka
cutting and the pushing that they did, Spirit. It made it very difficult for Heroic to really take this to the next level.
Dire's top tower.
Malik is trying to build toward the Shivas for a little bit of that heal reduction in particular versus Parker. Still a bit of time away.
2 minutes for the Roche.
At this point, it's all just up to who can get those catches in those positions. Oh, and the Lucifer Beams are going to be more and more frequent now. He's got the other talent now, too, at 20. Or 29, if you want to call it. Parker's at 30. So look at that. Nice damage, plus 600.
Okay.
Still does do a ton of damage if he's able to hit the targets. It's just can be difficult. Heroes just dying in an instant all over the place. This has to be such a stressful game to play as KJ, right? You're like, I'm going to blink save. Oh, dead. You just can't. It's so difficult to be able to save pretty much anybody versus the Ricky Cloud and versus the insane burst damage. Amp damage just picked up. This is big for Parker. His refresher's up in 20 seconds.
Well, they're looking towards the bottom. See how long Miposhka sticks around.
It's a big kill. He does not have the buyback if they find him.
They need Miposhka to live.
Spirit shows himself and he jumps forward.
It's the Hex opening, but Malik's in with the burst strike, the BKB in the epicenter. They're focusing Satanic. They've got him! Satanic's gone. He has got buyback available, but Team Spirit is a team that had to just get out of it, reset.
Miposhka gets out.
And
Malik, though,
he does not have the luxury of buyback. And in on top of him, they're going to kill him. So Malik will not be here for the defense. Rue, he'll try for the TPI. He makes it. Nothing to stop it. But now, at the most, it's going to be 4 versus 5. And when almost certainly the buyback's going to have to come out for Satanic. But they'll have to try and do this hold without Malik.
Very nice initiation there from Devai. The blink hex, they get the follow-up hex and just completely delete Satanic. That's how it's got to be done. You can't just let him constantly beam spam you.
Spirit. And they hold this in Heroic. How hard will they try and push? They're going to know that Malik doesn't have the buyback because it's down to the cooldown. He's in on the backline. He's been able to kill off Schofield. Kick back onto Parker, but Satanic, he's trying to get away from it. He's trying to get back over towards the Fountain. They get the pushback to control the Satanic. Turns with the damage, looks to burst through Parker. We'll get the BKB off. He's healing up with the Bloodstone. The GA comes out. Parker's going to get kept safe and alive. We'll finally get kicked back again, though, into the Fountain. And this one, he's not going to be able to walk out of. They've killed off Parker. They'll try for the Shard Trap on a King Jungles, but he forces back. Satanic ready to close in. The Hex comes out in return.
Buyback for Parker.
The Meteors coming crashing down, but Satanic's able to keep it safe distance. Next jump towards Devai Lama. Rue getting very low on the hook wing. He's kind of dying to the creep. They get the kick back again onto Devai Lama, but the BKB's back up. But the Sunstrike down onto Satanic. His own BKB about to come to an end, so has to be cautious. Has to use a second buyback here from Rue.
This game is so chaotic. Parker buys back to go for the Boots of Travel 2 play to instant kill Satanic, but he was not able to get on him immediately, so he has to instant run away because he doesn't want to die.
Each and every time they are holding Spirit. It's costing them the buybacks, but yeah, the fact that Lee Parker using his own there. Now leaves a bit of an opportunity, a difficult one and a risky one for Spirit, but if they can get out and kill the Bristol, they will likely have the Roshan and the Aegis.
KJ in that fight, he actually got the repel, I believe, as the kick was coming out. So Parker landed and he was actually repelled so he could get the GA thrown on him too afterwards. He ended up going down anyway, but KJ still showing that he can do the job even versus the kick and the repositioning. Cheese on the ground.
Oh, someone's going to take it, right?
I hope so. Devi took it. 10 epicenter pulses, so Malik also getting quite a bit stronger. He has the Shivas, so does have the heal reduction if he survives in the fight. Lincoln's done also to protect the Invoker. Not many buybacks available across the board. Just the Timbersaw, just Devi having his. Devi.
They're watching around mid.
He's being safe.
Satanic will show.
Full Lincolns even being picked up on KJ. They're trying to look to just siege this final racks, just throwing the Lincolns buffs to prevent the kickbacks.
Still this tier 2 up top, they've got to get.
Parker will
one
attack, pretty much.
Be able to finish that one off. After the full 55 minutes. Impressive.
He's close to Wind Waker too for that extra protection for himself. As we see Laurel, he buys out, he goes dataless, so now he is actually doing pretty big damage too if he's forgotten on this Ricky. 2,200, well those on creeps, but yeah, he's going to be dishing out good damage too.
Radiant are scanning.
Eyes on Parker, eyes on the kickbacks. And overall, I mean, Spirit too, even if this Rax does die, they do have a draft that can kill, can play versus Mega Creeps.
There we go. Heroic ready to try and give it their all here around their Aegis on Parker.
Throw the Lincolns
him first.
Throw all the
Hex opening straight away over towards Satanic, but Satanic's able to back off. Turn, look at the kickback. It's going to be onto Devi. He's able to put the BKB. Turns in aggressively with the Chakram, but he's caught very deep underneath the tier 4. Parker also falling very low. Upon the BKB to try and push for the objectives, but the fortification comes out.
Devi does get the blink out. Banner, hard to hit.
And they go for round 2. Malik, he's ready to jump outside the base. They're able to get the catch on Schofield. Schofield's gone.
Devi getting hit by a lot of beams.
Beams at the this Eclipse, indeed tearing through him. Has to be cautious now with the second, also this with the BKB running out.
Run. They can start getting caught from constant kickbacks.
Spirit's going to chase this big time.
That's for me.
And Poshko, can he get the jump on him?
KJ. The Lincoln.
Poor old Omni Knight might be the one to be found here. Not quite here, finding him. Just for now, Analog able to keep the escape covered as well with the Tornadoes. Good back off there from Heroic, minimalizing the casualties.
Yeah, great reset. Just losing that line for that big commitment there from Spirit. But Spirit, they hold. Time bought for those buybacks again to come back up. Satanic getting closer and closer to critical mass. He really has one thing left that he can purchase, is a shard, and I guess that moon shard, or the refresher in particular. Parker. Still has Aegis for 2 minutes. No Schofield for 30. He is pretty crucial. Playing around their vision here. KJ, he jumps in.
Oh, the Lincolns will be popped. He's able to get the spells off though. He'll get kicked back. They can focus the Omni Knight first. As they're in with the snowball and they'll deal with King Jungles. He's out.
He's got no buyback. He spent his gold. Finishing up that Lincoln's earlier. He's got to be very careful. He cannot play in the front line ever. Did want to try to get some ward down, but ends up getting punished heavily from that.
Whether or not they'll try and push this though, Spirit, because as you say, because it's down to money, not time, they might not feel there's a chance to punish this.
This could be a long game, Owen. And we might actually get blessed. I shouldn't say, but we might get 60 minutes. I'm going to say we're going to get 60 minutes.
This one, you don't see ending necessarily
likely.
in the next minute.
No.
This one's going to...
They're
going to get the tier 5s.
And there's some pretty nuts. I mean, always it's the Mirror Shield, right? Especially because now they're having these Lincoln's Lotuses. Throw out the Mirror Shield as well, too.
Sure.
The kickbacks are going to be becoming more and more difficult. Ooh, they're looking for this
Parker.
play. They want to try to take advantage of no Omni. Schofield.
Oh, he has been the one to be quite a few times in these last fights, but see if Lol finds him, he will.
They just commit the Eclipse even just to ensure that they
Oh,
get that
Parker!
kill. Parker!
What?
Parker! Uh-oh.
Oh, he did not need to be here.
There's no Omni to save him. He's got Wind Waker.
I'll get the jump onto it. They're going to get the kickback. I mean, Parker, he is out.
He's got no buyback.
Oh, well. What about this tier 5 items, Fogged?
What have I done?
Yeah, you did it again.
It's your fault.
You did it again.
No, it's
The Bristol's dead. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
They're going to look to come and close it up.
I mean, they're going to clean up a lot of this base unless Heroic can work some absolute magic. Analog maybe. Okay, he's pushing mid. He's like, you know what? You guys want to push? I'll go for your tier 4s. They're going to TP back a couple to set up for him.
Radiant's top tower.
Will they catch him?
They will. Malik's able to get him with the jump. They get the pushback to follow things up. That's going to be Analog going down. He does at least have buyback.
Radiant are scanning.
Spirit with some very nice movements here. Showing that gold lead doesn't matter. No, we're going to get the tier 5.
We're going to get at least some.
We're going to get him.
At least some. They're trying to find some here. Who's going to grab that? Davai Lama. What's he got?
Mirror shields, and then I think even an Arcanist armor, if he can get one just to reduce some of this damage, is very valuable for the team.
Looks like he didn't get anything crazy because he sent it back into the base maybe for one of the rest of the team to try it out first.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll pass over to Analog, I think. So Analog's going to check what he's got in his tier 5s.
We'll see. 60 seconds, though. Still no Parker.
Yep.
They got that lane dealt with. They're going to look to push mid. Going to look to at least force some buybacks.
I mean, somehow, some way, he has... it looks like he's going to get away with being dead without buyback. Unless this push just completely crumbles the base. Let's see,
Unless
40
Defy
seconds.
shows. Oh my god, Defy. He stepped outside the base for a second there. I got terrified. He just gets booted again.
Radiant's top barracks.
It just go down.
Attack.
Pirate Hat is picked up there for Satanic. Defy.
Try and jump him.
Break the Lincolns.
Got the kickback onto Divide. He's out with the BKB and the Timber Chain. They'll try and get the Hex down onto Malik. Damage being done here to the top set of racks. They'll claim this one.
20 seconds.
Has fallen.
He's going to get to see... he's going to get one more fight in at least to hear this game, Parker. No doubt about that, but the damage to the base will have already been done. Second set of racks gone.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I'll look to...
The kick from there. They just really want Schofield. He's gone 100 again.
He's not got the buyback. See if they can get anything more. They're in on towards Lyle, but Lyle's able to jump away with the Blink Strike. Parker chasing them down.
I think that was Malik. He booked a shadow and Laurel to be able to get out of that there.
They can go again. Once the line's out.
Schofield is so important in these fights.
200 gold short of the buyback.
He's literally all the control. He's been the key factor for the control for them. They're just getting bigger and bigger now on Spirit. That gold lead is going to start shift. This gold's going to start shifting. They've been fighting through a 20k deficit.
Yeah, I mean, who's got the Pirate's hat? We've got a Pirate's hat on Satanic to be able to dig up some gold. Stygium for Lyle. This is Ricky hitting very hard now.
Oh, yeah. And we saw the Book of Shadows from Malik that he was playing around, which is always an incredible item. Defensively and offensively can be very disruptive. Parker sitting inside of the Ancient on the Giant Ring.
All right. Okay.
Yawning in his camera as well. This game just now is looking quite difficult for Heroic themselves. This lost all the control that they had, even though they've got the Raxes. This is definitely looking. I mean, at least
that was a big yawn.
Big one.
That was a big yawn.
I will say he's been staying up late because I've been staying up late watching his streams, and he's been playing till 6 a.m. So. Force boots for Rue. Another save potential. The gold lead will absolutely, just start going because they've got the Pirate Hat. For the side of Heroic, can even get outside to get more of these neutral items. Not looking like they can just yet. Pushka also finding force boots. Oh, he'll run into Divide. Pushka.
And he's got the BKB, and we'll be able to run. Kickbacks there. Schofield, though.
Big stun.
Going to find the stun as the BKB comes to an end. They'll get the force on towards him. They're trying to take Pushka. Can they actually get him out of it? He's got the snowball.
His team's coming.
So they can turn this fight here. Malik ready to enter in from the side as well. They're looking over towards helping Miposhka, but Miposhka's getting burst low by the finger. Still alive. He's still alive. He's able to get another snowball off. Miposhka lives. Lyle gets the jump in over towards Schofield. Is Schofield a fall first?
He lives.
I mean, Lyle dies in return. So the trade does continue to favor Heroic here, finding Lal, only losing Schofield.
I guess, wait, Laurel went in. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that afterwards.
And he does have buyback.
He does. And these Force Boots just end up being such an OP item in the later stages. The Dispel, being able to use them on allies with the speed too. They've reset. Set Laurel dead. Roche attempt.
I mean, they could try and fight this rush.
Sure can. They've
Spirit's
got
heading
buybacks.
over.
Both sides do.
Do they want to put everything into this Roche fight? That's the question.
Malik's epping.
And he's in with the jump. It's a pretty good time to make the jump as well. He's in straight away. Is he able to steal the Roche for the Aegis? Roche will fall to the Radiant. Aegis still on the ground.
No one grabbed
Nobody's
it.
able to pick up that, but now Satanic cleans them up here big time with the Eclipse. And indeed, no one picked up anything. Everything's still on the floor here. Satanic's able to grab it. Turns towards Devil Lama. They've used the triple buyback here. Looking to try and deal with this Luna. They've caught them with the Hex. They'll burst through Satanic the once. And he's losing the backup around him. But the buybacks are coming in from Spirit. They need to get back over and help Satanic out. But the bash comes in from Parker. The Hex to follow. They're controlling the Luna. They take Satanic out.
Laurel.
And now they can turn to try and get Lal here on his second life here as they've caught him with the burst.
Done.
Lal's out for good. Satanic, he's come back into the action, but again, they've caught him with the Hex. They're locking down the Luna. He'll slide away with the Hurricane Pike. He's got the Invis here with the Silver Edge, trying to turn towards the Vile Armor, and he's got it. And they've done it. They've killed off the three of them, and now he's ready to go for the Bristol as well. Parker left alone. Team Spirit with the buybacks. They're making it work, Fogged.
They've done it. After 65 minutes, they've got a buyback. Parker's coming back in. He's going to try.
I mean, can he do it alone? I don't think he can. The last one left standing here for Heroic Parker.
They're booting him away.
He's getting played around with.
They don't actually have enough to commit
I mean, it's him against the world. Okay.
It's going to work for now. They're too unhealthy. Rue?
I mean, they kill the Bristol.
Oh, they're going to delay him while Luna ends.
And the game is over.
Yep, look, Satanic's going for the push while they're just stopping Parker.
He can't get back to the base. Even if he had a TP, he wouldn't have had a chance to use it. Satanic is very, very low, but you're right.
This is such a heads-up
If Parker can't get over here,
oh, they're tipping him.
There's nothing he can do to stop the inevitable as Satanic onto the base. The tier 4 gone, the Ancient exposed. This game, it's over, and it's all Team Spirits as they'll take both games this series 2-0 against Heroic.
Unbelievable. What a performance from them. And Satanic in particular.